Hello and welcome and namaste from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy, and coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura for a day-long visit, inaugurating and laying foundation stones for several projects. Terms the Northeast, the new powerhouse of India. Revised goods and services tax slabs come into effect, marking a historic shift in the country's indirect tax regime. Several companies pass on the benefit to consumers. Portugal joins the UK, Canada and Australia in giving recognition to Palestinian state as Israel fumes and vows to hit back, threatening that more settlers will be moved into the West Bank. And the most powerful storm on earth this year, with 260 plus kilometers per hour winds, lashes the Philippines, forcing thousands to evacuate. Hong Kong, Taiwan and southern China are also on alert. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has spent the whole day today in northeast India. He's visited the states of Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura. This afternoon, the Prime Minister inaugurated the redeveloped Mata Tripur Sundari Temple Complex at Matabari in Tripura under Pilgrimage Rejuvenation and Spiritual Heritage Augmentation Drive, which is also mentioned as Prasad in government documents as a scheme. It's one of the ancient 51 Shakti Peeths located in Udaipur town of Gomti district in Tripura. The PM offered puja at the temple and paid obeisance there to goddess Tripur Sundari. And the PM also went around an exhibition highlighting how the redevelopment of the heritage temple complex has been carried out. A centuries-old Shakti Peeth, renewed with modern amenities while preserving its sanctity, now stands not only as a spiritual beacon but also as a source of local prosperity. This complex is expected to boost tourism, create employment and business opportunities and lead to overall socio-economic development of the region. And earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi visited Arunachal Pradesh. In Itanagar, the PM laid the foundation stone of two major hydropower projects worth over 3,700 crore Indian rupees. The projects are aimed at harnessing the vast hydroelectric potential and promoting sustainable energy generation in the region. The PM laid the foundation stone of a state-of-the-art convention center at Tawang as well. Located at over 9,820 feet, in the frontier district of Tawang, the center will serve as a landmark facility to host national and international conferences, cultural festivals and exhibitions. With a capacity to host over 1,500 delegates, the center will meet global standards and support tourism and cultural potential of the region. Addressing the gathering there, the PM said that the Northeast is fast emerging as India's powerhouse.
हमने पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट के विकास के लिए बजट कई गुना बढ़ाया। हमने लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी और लास्ट माइल डिलीवरी को अपनी सरकार की पहचान बनाया। और इतना ही नहीं, हमने ये पक्का किया कि सरकार दिल्ली में बैठकर नहीं चलेगी। अफसरों को, मंत्रियों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा नॉर्थ ईस्ट आना होगा, यहां रात्रि मुकाम करना होगा।
The PM also held a road show as his cavalcade traversed through the seats of Itanagar. Earlier, beginning his Arunachal visit, the PM met shopkeepers and traders in the backdrop of GST Savings Festival. In line with his vision of ensuring ease of doing business and fostering a vibrant entrepreneurial ecosystem, the PM also handed them placards of Garv se kaho, ye Swadeshi hai, or say with pride, this is made in India. The shopkeepers were very happy on receiving these placards and said that they would place them on their shop's display. And the PM also interacted with local taxpayers, traders and industry representatives and discussed with them the impact of the recent GST rate rationalization. Union Railways Information and Broadcasting and Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav has lauded the next generation GST reforms being implemented from today, terming this move as the most beneficial for the common man.
हमारे दिन में जो दैनंदिन काम में आने वाली डेली यूज की चीजें हैं 99% चीजों पे जीएसटी की दरें कम हुई है। बहुत बड़ा हम सब के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा ये बेनिफिट है। हम सब के घरों में बचत होगी। आज से बचत का महोत्सव भी चालू होता है।
Well, the next gen GST reforms came into effect starting Monday across India, and the automobile sector is one of the largest beneficiaries of the sharp cut in the rate slabs. Consumers are already queuing up at car showrooms in Delhi to book their cars with the festive season round the corner. Here's a ground report from DD India's Ibindu Mondal from one such showroom in national capital Delhi.
As the next gen GST reform kicks in across the country from today itself, we are at the heart of the national capital, Connaught Place. This is a sprawling, busy market area in the heart of the national capital. And of course, one of the biggest beneficiaries of the GST rate cut is the automobile industry. And we are at the Maruti showroom here in Connaught Place, which will get the largest benefit. This sector, in fact, gets one of the biggest benefit of the GST rate cut. Number of people that are coming here to inquire, and many were perhaps waiting for this announcement to be done and the implementation to happen on the 22nd. You can see the lineup of cars here at the showroom. The demand has been rising. The inquiries had been rising over the last couple of weeks since the announcement. They could be expecting to see much more bookings, and the automobile sector gets one of the biggest benefit of the GST rate cut. This is the Ibindu Mondal with camera person Vimlesh from Connaught Place in New Delhi for DD India.
And in a social media post on X on Monday itself, Prime Minister Modi has written, and I quote, "This time, this auspicious occasion on Navratri is very special. Along with the GST Savings Festival, the mantra of Swadeshi is going to receive a new energy during this period. Let us come together in collective efforts for the fulfillment of the resolve for a developed and self-reliant India." The PM further said, as the sun rose today, so did a new chapter in India's economic journey with the start of GST Bachat Utsav. And what better place to be than Arunachal Pradesh, India's beautiful land of the rising sun. And the Prime Minister also received an enthusiastic welcome by crowds of people as his cavalcade traversed through the northeastern state of Tripura. Now, India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is in New York to attend the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. Today, he is expected to meet U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. According to the U.S. advisory, the meeting is expected at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today. The meeting would be the first one since Trump's 50% tariff imposition on India. Interestingly, the meeting comes on a day when India and the US trade talks are also to take place in the US, or at least kick off once again in the US. A high-level delegation led by Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal is to visit the US today to hold discussions on India-US trade deal. The delegation aims to advance ongoing trade negotiations and work towards the early conclusion of a mutually beneficial trade agreement, which is a bilateral trade agreement or a BTA between the two nations. The discussions are expected to be focused on strengthening bilateral trade, investment and economic cooperation across all sectors. During the last visit of the team of officials from the Office of United States Trade Representative to India on the 16th of this month, positive discussions were held on various aspects of the trade deal, and it was decided to intensify efforts in this regard. Now, the UK is set to push for a peace plan for the Middle East or West Asia at the 80th session of the UN General Assembly in New York after recognizing the state of Palestine. Britain, Canada and Australia announced formal recognition of the state of Palestine on Sunday in an attempt to pile further pressure on Israel. The decision by 4 nations from the West, aligning them with more than 140 other countries also backing Palestinians' aspirations to forge an independent homeland from the occupied territories. Other nations, including France, are expected to follow suit this week at the UNGA. In fact, Portugal has said it has granted recognition to the Palestinian state, making it the latest Western nation to make the symbolic move. While speaking to reporters in New York ahead of the annual UN General Assembly, Portuguese Foreign Minister Paulo Rangel said that Portugal also condemns the terror attack by the Hamas on the 7th of October back in 2023.
Hoje, dia 21 de setembro de 2025,
the Portuguese government reaffirmed on its occasion the right of the State of Israel to exist and its legitimate security needs, as well as the special friendship between the Portuguese and Israeli peoples, once again condemning the atrocious terrorist attack of October 7. Hamas and all terrorist or non-terrorist organizations that deny Israel's right to exist, demanding the immediate release of all hostages, the return of deceased hostages to Israel, and insisting on the need to combat all forms of anti-Semitism.
na necessidade.
Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has categorically rejected the one-sided declaration of recognition of Palestine by UK, Australia and Canada. In a statement, he said, and I quote, "I have a clear message to those leaders who are recognizing a Palestinian state after the horrendous October 7 massacre. You are rewarding terror with an enormous prize. And I have another message for you. It's not going to happen. There will be no Palestinian state to the west of the Jordan River. For years, I have prevented the creation of that terror state against tremendous pressure, both domestic and from abroad. We have done this with determination and with astute statesmanship. Moreover, we have doubled the Jewish settlement in Judea and Samaria, and we will continue on this path. The response to the latest attempt to force upon us a terror state in the heart of our land will be given after my return from the United States. Stand by." So, a pretty ominous kind of statement there from Netanyahu. Now, still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Russia warns countries accusing it of violating NATO airspace about escalating tensions. And 9 footballers from the same team are in contention for the sport's highest honour set to be awarded later tonight.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. when supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Gautam Roy. Now, Pakistan's police and security sources have said aerial bombing in a remote border region has killed at least 23 civilians on Monday in an area where militancy has been rising. Opposition MPs accused the military of carrying out the night raid as part of a counter-terrorism operation, but no official statement has been released by the government or armed forces. Speaking in the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Assembly on Monday afternoon, provincial MP Sohail Khan Afridi blamed the military. A senior police officer stationed in the town of Tira said that 7 women and 4 children were among the 23 dead, without saying who carried out the assault. Now, a Russian morning attack on Ukraine's southeastern city of Zaporizhia killed 3 people and injured 2 more on Monday. Governor Ivan Fedorov said that Russian forces used at least 10 aerial bombs in the attack on the city of around 700,000 residents. The attack damaged 15 apartment buildings and 10 private homes as well as non-residential buildings. Ukraine's Air Force said it downed 132 drones launched by Russia overnight and recorded hits of 9 drones at 7 locations. Meanwhile, Russia has denied its aircraft violated NATO airspace and warned that countries making such accusations risked escalating tensions. In fact, Russia accused NATO member Estonia of falsely claiming that 3 Russian military jets had violated its airspace for 12 minutes on Friday, saying Tallinn was trying to ratchet up a confrontational atmosphere.
Our Ministry of Defense has categorically denied those allegations. Moreover, in the statement issued by our military referenced objective control data. We have never heard the Estonian side mention that they possess any such objective control data. That's why we consider such claims to be empty, unfounded, and a part of a completely reckless campaign to escalate tensions and provoke a confrontational atmosphere.
With the focus on self-reliance, India's Director General of Quality Assurance, DGQA, celebrates its Foundation Day on the 27th of September. DGQA is an inter-service organization under India's Ministry of Defense that assures quality defense stores and equipment. DD India's Vishal Barrister spoke exclusively to DG of DGQA to find out more.
27 September is the DGQA Day, and I have with me the Director General of Quality Assurance. Let's talk to him and find out more about the DGQA, especially after Op Sindoor.
Yeah, it is really indeed Op Sindoor is the demonstration of the quality of the product which has been done by the DGQA, and it was to the precision, and more so the next day of the Operation Sindoor we had a national quality conclave where our Honorable Raksha Mantri was there, and he also appreciated the importance of the quality of products and linked to the Operation Sindoor.
There's a lot of focus on self-reliance and also involvement of the private sector. With you heading the quality assurance, how do you see things and how important is the role of DGQA?
Yeah, DGQA role is quite important. The thing is now the concept of inspection and quality assurance we are redefining, and a quality organization, it is our responsibility now from the ministry to develop the industry, that is the private vendors and the industries, to come up with a quality product. All our testing labs are available for the private sector. Now the thing is recently during this year, so we have launched the defense testing portal, and through the Honorable Raksha Mantri has launched during the Aero India 2025. And what is the importance of this defense testing portal is that it is not only the facility or testing facilities of the DGQA, but entire spectrum of the country, that is the DGQA, DRDO, DP public sectors academia, IITs, and private industries, whomsoever is having the test facility, they all have got integrated into a one digital platform.
So there you heard the Director General Quality Assurance. He has assured the country that there's a lot of focus on self-reliance and quality assurance will never be compromised. With cameraman Ashish in Delhi, this is Vishal Baristu for DD India.
Gujarat and the festival of Navratri are inseparable. The craze of Navratri in Gujarat leads the Garba to be inscribed on UNESCO's list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. A land where colors, music, Garba and Dandiya together transform the festival into one of the world's grandest cultural celebrations. But Navratri is not just a spiritual festival, it also holds immense economic importance. Here's a report on how this festival shows great spiritual importance as well as a source of huge business.
From Ahmedabad to Vadodara, Rajkot to Surat, preparations for Garba and Dandiya are at their peak. Streets are glowing with colourful traditional outfits and markets are witnessing a sharp rise in demand for tailoring, jewellery, bangles and the traditional Ghagra Choli. Every shop is packed with buyers and shopkeepers say the Navratri season is their biggest business opportunity of the year. Many part-timers also encash their creativity in this season.
During Navratri, Gujarat has the highest level of excitement. People come from far and wide bringing their own collections. Preparations begin months in advance and we proudly showcase our collections.
As business owners, Navratri is a huge opportunity for us. People want a different collection for each of the 9 days, which creates tremendous business opportunities. Our sale rise significantly during this time and customers love it.
This season, fashion trends among the youth are also changing. Fusion styles that blend traditional attire with a Western touch are drawing huge popularity. Small and medium businesses too are making high profits, with women driving the majority share of this seasonal market. Meanwhile, government agencies, the police and local administration have begun special security and safety arrangements. CCTV surveillance, traffic management and emergency services are being deployed to ensure smooth and peaceful festivities. Devotees worship Goddess Durga, seeking power, prosperity and wisdom. Garba and Dandiya dances remain central to the celebrations, creating opportunities for traditional musicians, artists and performers. Adding to the festive vibe, temporary skin tattoos have also become a yearly fashion trend during the festival of Navratri. Overall, the demand for stalls, costumes, decoration and accessories has surged, bringing special benefits to local shopkeepers, women entrepreneurs and artisans alike.
So truly, when you come here for the 9 days of Navratri, Gujarat clearly appears to be as vibrant as it is known as Vibrant Gujarat. With camera person Lakshman Rajput, this is Meghna Dev for DD India from Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Now, as Navratri begins in the south, the Mysore Palace prepares for the grand Dasara festival, Karnataka's biggest celebration. Starting today, that is the 22nd of September, the city lights up with 97,000 lights, leading to the iconic Jambu Savari procession on the 2nd of October. Dive into 400 years of rich history and vibrant traditions of Mysore Dasara.
Dasara is one of Mysore's most vibrant festivals, celebrated with immense enthusiasm. Also known as Vijay Dashmi, it transforms the city into a dazzling spectacle with streets and landmarks adorned in radiant lights. Mysore Dasara's history stretches back over 400 years, possibly to the 14th century Vijayanagara Empire. Official records mark its start in 1610, making it a cornerstone of Karnataka's cultural heritage. Today, it draws thousands from India and abroad to witness its royal grandeur. During Dasara, Mysore sparkles with over 100,000 bulbs lighting up the palace and streets. For the best experience, visit at night to soak in the magical glow that defines this festival's charm. The Ambari procession is the highlight, with a majestic elephant carrying the 750 kilograms golden idol of goddess Chamundeshwari from the palace to Bani Mantapa. Adorned elephants trained for weeks create a breathtaking spectacle that inspires awe. The 11-day festival kicks off with a puja at Chamundi Hill on September 22nd, followed by cultural programs, art expos and food festivals. This year, Mysore Dasara dazzles with new highlights like mesmerizing drone shows and a vibrant food festival featuring Mysore Park and local delicacies. From families enjoying treasure hunts to artists showcasing at Kala Jatre, the community's spirit shines, making this Nada Habba a global celebration of Karnataka's pride. Bureau Report, DD India.
Sports now, and 9 players from treble-winning Paris Saint-Germain are in contention for the men's Ballon d'Or this year, along with club's coach Luis Enrique. Ousmane Dembele, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Desire Doué and Nuno Mendes are among the 9 PSG players and overall 30 players nominated. Dembele scored 35 goals in all competitions for PSG, who won the Ligue 1 title, French Cup and Champions League. Barca's teen sensation Lamine Yamal, Premier League Player of the Season Mohamed Salah and Manchester City striker Erling Haaland also made the cut. 5 England players were nominated for the Women's Ballon d'Or after their Euros triumph. The women's list includes names like goalkeeper Hannah Hampton, Lucy Bronze, Alicia Russo, Chloe Kelly and Leah Williamson. The winners will be announced in a ceremony on Monday night. That's all we have for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Just scan the QR code, download the app. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. And from all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.